I was raised in a broken home. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 4. I was born club-footed. I've had 9 surgeries on my feet, Started drinking at the age of 14, started smoking pot at 15, started doing meth at 17, started putting in my arm at 18, in and out of prison and jail in Oklahoma. So, my dad always had custody of me. I just don't think he really knew how to. When he would talk about my problems or my addictions, he knew what I was into, but he always just said Geno had a bad drinking problem, but there was a lot more to it. When I went to prison this last time, he was just absolutely sick. He died while I was in prison. I lost my dad and my grandpa while I was in prison, but I don't think they really knew how to support me. My dad would always say, if you don't get your head out of your butt, and in my mind, it's okay, I want to show you how far I can stick my head up my butt, if that makes any sense to you. But, he loved me, he took good care of me, but I just don't really think some of my family knew how to support me. I got out of prison in 2000, I moved to Missouri to come up here with my mom, my stepdad. I figured I didn't have nothing really left back in Oklahoma. And I got out, I was on fire for the Lord. I used to do jail ministry back in West Plains, and through a foot surgery, I'd never took a pain pill in my life. And I got on pain pills, and I had a warning in my head, Holy Spirit sent me, you don't need these. The devil's like, oh, you're good, you got a script, you're just fine. Holy Spirit's like, no, you don't. And to me, it was like meth. I'm an old meth head. Looking back, I didn't heed the red flags. I'd always tell myself in the mind, I'll take care of this tomorrow, Lord. Till 8 years later, the problem got too big. It ruined my marriage. I let my house go through foreclosure. I sold everything out of my house, just like, it devastated me. And about 9 months of just going rapid, almost killing myself, basically. Once I said, Jenny, I can't do this no more. I can't. I said, I'm going to the stress unit in West Plains at the hospital. I don't know what they can do for me. I said, but I can't do this no more. I'm either going to end up dead, I'm going to end up in prison, or I'm going to hurt somebody. I said, I've lost everything. When I lost my wife and my kids, I lost everything. I didn't really want I didn't want to kill myself, but I was, in my mind, I wanted to hurt somebody. And they told me about Victory Mission. I did my application, did an interview over the phone, got down there on that Friday, and I haven't looked back. And since I've been in the program, I was just reflecting on it the other day. I lost my mom since I've been in the program. 4 weeks into the program, I called the nursing home, and I asked her, talk to my mom. It's like, we've been trying to get a hold of you for a week. Your mom has died. Like, oh boy, but the saying that we have here in the program, don't give up what you want most for what you want right now. And Jason, I run that through my head daily. That is my motto. And then going through the New Life Discipleship class at Freedom City, we signed a covenant. It says commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the feeling that you said it in has left you. Which means sometimes in the program, there was times I didn't want to be there. But I knew. I'm not giving up what I want most for what I want right now. What I want right now, each day I want a closer and a deeper relationship with the Lord. And I want my kids back in my life, and I want to be a fatherly figure to them. That hasn't come to pass yet, that part of it, but I know it is. I know it's awaiting me. So I am currently going through a divorce. That's the route that I had to go through to get back to get visitation with my kids. My wife and kids live right here in Springfield. When she left me, she'd come up here. I did try to talk to her one time. I was just driving down the road, and wow, there's my wife and my kids. So I turned around, and it didn't go good, and I had to leave, and I come back, and I talked to Mark about it, And Mark said, you got any feelings of relapse? And I said, nope, and I quoted, I'm not giving up what I want most for what I want right now. Me and my kids are very close. I was in church, I was on, and like I said, these opiates took me down. They took me down hard because I didn't heed. And my kids are absolutely crazy about me, Sometimes the enemy tries to get in my head because I try to play in my head what's going through my kids' mind. Dad left us, Dad don't love us, Dad. But I know deep down they do know their dad loves them. They do know their dad cares for them. So I have to get the enemy out of my head. Now, the Lord has blessed me with a job at Custom Protein. I mean, they pay all my benefits. I mean, my insurance is paid for me and my kids. I get quarterly bonuses. It's like out of this world. I want to turn around and help others. It's not about me. It's not about what I can get. It's about what I can give. I mean, the Lord has really, I get $5,000 bonuses every 3 months, $10,000 at Christmas. You know, and I see people at work, you know, it's like all about what they can get. I really don't. My heart's, I think I take after my mom and probably the Lord. I love to give. You know, I'll give you the shirt off my back. I'll give you my last $10. I've always been that way, and that's what I want to do. And I think that's why the Lord's blessed me with this position. It almost makes me want to cry. It's like I can't believe it, you know. I had to walk away from everything, you know, back in West Plains. I just come to the point, you know, I've got to leave everything and walk away from everything to get my soul back, to get my life back, the life that God created for me. Like I said, you know, not everything has come to pass that I want to come to pass in my life, but I know it's going to come to pass. I've just got to keep on keeping on. Got to press toward the mark of the prize, the high calling. I'm living a victorious life.